Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, boys, girls, young and old, for
Sticking around after that workout, which Sony is still sweating.
man,
No, she's not.
I'm not sweating, but man, I didn't even know yoga was like considered a
I
workout.
don't know why people sleep on yoga like it's something soft, but you
Yeah,
can't put.
that's a lot of stretching
Yeah,
and stuff.
put the average athlete on a yoga mat and see what happens.
What are you trying to say? They can't go to
I'm saying it's a
they can't.
workout, unbelievable. You think because you can run some track and play some football that you're gonna get on the yoga mat and just that is sweet like that. Yeah.
But anyway, anywho, we got an awesome guest up in here.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Got you choking and coughing and everything.
Yes,
Okay, all right.
tall. I'm like, yo, I gotta, like, yo, like, you can't. I gotta put my heel, like, yo.
She had to
Like,
put her heels
I
on.
gotta get me a ladder, a step stool, and put my heels on, my 12 inches. Like, yo, you can't be surprising height up on me. Like, you gotta, like, gentle, because I put an APB out on, like, yo, he stole my height.
The ceiling's only but so high. We can't raise those ceilings any higher.
Yeah, you can't be raising
Without a
them.
permit.
Yeah, without a. Oh yeah, well, at least we know he can fix the light bulb. Like, hey, get that for me. You know, I tell you, I dated a guy who was 6'6". I used to hate going to the supermarket. I lied to you not.
Why?
I did, because every time we go in the market, it was like our time. Oh, excuse me, sir. I'm so like, don't you say? No, he don't work here. Sure, I'm looking at him like, if you don't. That's not what we here. We ain't picking up stuff because you like right there. Like, no, tell him to get the people. I did. I used to be so pissed. But then I had to think, like, that's kind of selfish, you know? Like, it's not like like, we going to part ways. Okay. We got a caller already. Huh?
We have a caller. We didn't.
Philly Hot, you in the air?
What up? What up?
Yo.
What's up? How you doing?
That was.
Tell my nigga CEO stop slapping these rappers around.
It ain't gonna happen.
Chill with that, man. Y'all think the industry safe. Not dangerous now.
I got you, bro. I hear you.
No, wait a minute. Now, who we talking to?
I know because we didn't even introduce our guest yet. we got a call already. That's popularity. So let us introduce our guest. First of all, caller, since we got you on the phone, introduce yourself. Can you hear us?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, introduce yourself for us.
Yeah, this is Mr. Cloud9. I'm the owner of Cloud9 Unlimited. Independent clothing brand in Philadelphia.
All right. Well, thanks for calling in, Philly Hot Radio, Cloud9. So, what's on your mind?
Yo, I just wanted to shout out to TP Bay. You know what I mean? K got the showstopper. That's my man. I just wanted to let him know. I just wanted to do some shirts for them so he can rock some songs for me. You know what I mean? And show love. And, rock with you for self-entertainment.
Just send them over, bro. I got you.
Did you
Hit that DM up, and I'm gonna send you my address.
Did you say shirts?
I'm already calling you. It should be Cloud9 One Stop Shop TP Bay. I just need you to give me the signs and everything so I can get some to you.
I got you, bro. We gotta take the next caller. I got you.
Yeah, what's up with K Dot? That's my guy.
Not good, man. Taking it easy. Back in motion.
All right, now he gonna have a personal conversation now. He'll turn it. Hey, all right. Well, we on the air right now, but thank you very much. He's gonna get that to you. We're gonna take the next caller on Philly Hot Radio.
Yeah, keep doing your thing, man.
All right, we appreciate you, my brother. Thank you.
Philly Hot, talk to me.
Philly Hot Radio, you on the air?
Philly Hot, talk to me.
Think you disconnected them. All right. Well, that was our second phone call. So first of all, thank you for joining us on Philly Hot Radio. Tell us a little bit about yourself.
Right now, TV Bay, South Philly legend.
South Philly in the
born and
house.
raised, you know what I mean? I'm on the rap scene, been on the scene for a minute now, just building up artists and putting artists out and stuff like that. Now I decided to rap 2019, so I'm gonna push myself. Now I'm just, full court pressure now.
So what made you?
Philly Hot, you on the air?
Yeah, what's up?
Yeah. Talk to me.
Yeah, what's up? I just want the TP Bay, keep smacking these rappers, to keep holding it down for niggas like me. I mean, brothers like me out here who really get into that. So
You
when I
already
put my
know.
foot in the game, you know what I'm saying, it won't be no half-assing, you feel me?
Keep that pressure on, bro. It's all love.
You already know I support your whole situation 100%, you feel me?
Nah, I appreciate you too, fam.
My
Real
name's
rap.
Greg, I'm from the West Side, baby.
Okay, West Philly, that's what's up. Shout out West Side.
All right, man, keep doing your thing. I ain't gonna hold you up.
All right, man.
All
Good
right.
luck.
Thanks for calling Philly Hot
Thank
Radio.
you.
I think we have another call on the
Yeah,
air.
you guys.
All right. Welcome to Philly Hot Radio. We have somebody else in the air? No?
No.
Okay. And you were telling us, I was going to ask you a question. So you were managing.
Yeah, like
And-
I wouldn't call it managing, but everybody else in Philly say managing. But I was signing artists to my label. I wasn't really doing no management thing like that. You know what I mean?
Right.
So it was a big piece of business I was doing. I wasn't managing. They just wanted to call me a manager because that's what they was used to.
Right.
People managing people and things like that. But never considered myself a manager.
Right. Well, you're getting a lot of calls. Let me take
Sure.
this.
Look, Philly Hot, talk to me. Philly Hot, you on the air?
Philly Hot Radio going once. Oh, you hit that button too fast. Shoot, we're gonna
Philly
try
Hot,
it
you on the
again.
air?
Hey, what up, though?
Phil,
What up, though?
Hey, say something on me.
Next call.
well, we tried. we tried. We did what we could. Thanks for calling in. Look,
Thank
we
you.
hey, you can always call back. Call back. We'll get you on. But you were just saying. So what was it that made you jump from that signing artists to being an artist?
I'm still signing artists, but I just think that it was time for some real hip hop to come out of Philly. Been a little dead. Due to the fact that a lot of people not really rapping no more, they singing and auto tuning. So I think it was time for me to bring back like real music, like real hip hop and like structural songs and things like that. You know what I mean, just bring it back to the essence of hip hop.
Right. Okay.
Philly Hot, you on the air? Talk to me.
What's up, and I want to shout out to Tiffy Bay.
Yo, what's up with you, homie?
Yeah, what's up? What's going on? You know, I would like your music a lot.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
Go ahead. He can hear you.
He can hear you. Go ahead. He got the.
And you got a lot of static
got a
going
lot
on.
of
We're gonna have to
static
let
on
you
board.
go. But thanks for calling. And
Thank you.
all right, people showing you love. Look, before we even introduced you, they were calling. You must put it out on the social media, and they just started calling.
They showing love, support.
Yes, that's what you're supposed to do.
Okay, and we appreciate you all calling in to Philly Hot Radio. And for the gentleman we lost, look, if you call back in, we'll get you right on the air. We apologize for the technical problems that you have.
Listen online too, yo.
PhillyHotRadio.com.
PhillyHotRadio.com. Make sure y'all tune in. I mean,
So you're bringing a real hip hop back. Tell me, just describe that for me.
Gangsta music.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Telling our struggle, our pain.
Mhm.
You know, they call it gangsta music, but it's just our story and our pain. It's just a little. We've been through a little rough times in this country. You know, over 400, 500 years of oppression. You know?
So now, does it get to the liberation part? Because a lot of a lot of music stay in the pain. You know, we got some liberation movements too.
Definitely inspiring and you know, upbringing and uplifting other brothers and sisters in the community to pay attention to what's been going on for the last 100 years and try to rethink the situations out and things like that. So
Right.
I give them an ultimatum on like what they want to do. Whether you go here or there, it's going to be this decision or that decision. So
Right.
it's in the music and it speaks for itself.
Get that one? Are you on it? Okay. I guess they couldn't wait.
They
Like,
said, "I'm
they
tired."
Call back.
Shit, call back. Shit. Like, we don't have all day.
Phones are on fire, but we have
Yes.
open lines now. If you want to call,
It's really Philly Hot Radio today.
it really is. It's burning up. It's sizzling. We should call it sizzling hot radio
Yeah,
today.
like, okay.
And so, what do you have something coming out?
No, I don't. But I got 2 singles out that I put out: "Smacking Rappers" and "Don't Talk to Me."
Tell me about it.
Don't talk to me.
"Don't Talk to Me" or "Smacking Rappers."
Well, what
Tell me
happens
about
if
both
they
of
try
them.
to talk to you? You might smack them, huh?
I guess if they talk to you, you get the
If
smack.
If you talking with sense, then I want to hear you. But if you talking with no sense, don't talk to me.
So tell me a little bit, elaborate on what you say about in each of those singles.
In each of the singles, I'm saying if you've never seen 100,000, don't talk to me. Because some people will have $5 in their pocket acting like they're a millionaire.
Wow, how do you know? Well, he looked right at my wallet too. That's about. And matter of fact, I'm short of $5. I don't even know if I got $5.
Call back in, no me.
Cause somebody loan me some money. I don't even know if I can do this interview. You talking about how much? 100,000.
Never seen 100,000, nigga. Don't talk to me.
Okay.
All right,
If your
got-
watch not a
Do I
bust
what?
down, don't talk to me.
You got 100,000 so I can talk to you.
I have look. I'm on the $5.
You might have seen it though. If you seen it in your lifetime, you don't gotta have it at one time. But if you seen 100,000 in your life and you work hard and you earn over 100,000, or you might have bought a house, or you know what I mean, you sacrificed and spent it for your family and things like that, then you can talk to me.
Okay.
Because you didn't seen it. It don't have to be at one time. It can just be like over a period of time. Because being human, we spend a lot of money on.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we have. He right about that. Gotta work hard if you want to get that 100,000.
They said
The
they
house
calling
or
in
anything
now.
else.
Calling
No?
in.
Yeah. Calling in.
Yeah, call in. What's that number again? The number Philly Hot Radio
477-6348.
Oh, you knew that right off the
Oh,
bat.
yeah.
You
I
just,
don't
you
know.
I gotta. I'm looking at the
I'm still
paper.
trying to figure out what's 911 phone number, but you know, I know.
But
that
you got Philly Hot.
No, I got Philly Hot.
She don't remember 911, but she got Philly
Yeah, I
Hot.
got
I'm
Philly Hot.
rocking with you.
Mm-hmm.
If you talking to the cops, don't talk to me. That's one of the bars too. Don't
one of his
talk
bars.
to me.
And so you're single. So what has it been like?
First single was Smacking Rappers. So I put that out because I smacked up a couple rappers before I started rapping.
So that would have.
Can we ask who you smacked up?
something like
Yeah, who you smack up?
I smacked a few of them. Safari, Nicki Minaj, actually on hip hop, loving hip hop and all that. I smacked Safari up. I had a situation with Beans. Had a situation with the kid Rob Stone. Just a couple other ones. French Montana. This person, that person.
Yeah.
That person, this person.
You have a lot of smacking going on. You sure you wasn't a professional wrestler at one time?
No.
Because he just smacking all. And they still.
It just be different situations where
They
I
put you
just
in.
be there. It don't be my issues and none of that sometimes, but
You just interject
I'm
yourself.
just there because I'm cool with other celebrities and rappers and stuff too.
Right.
So it might just be an issue going on that they have, and I still happen to be there, and then I'm just gonna go crazy because I'm protecting and riding for my homie.
Right.
You know what I mean?
As it's supposed to be.
Yeah.
Well, who stabilizes it then? I mean, if
I mean, you stabilize yourself because you make the decision whether you're gonna, take up for your friend or let him look like a nut. So I be the guy that take up for my friend.
Right.
I ain't gonna let him look like a nut.
See, y'all just escalate fire.
Yeah,
Y'all
but I like that because here's the thing: some of us won't step in for our quote unquote friends, and it's interesting because we call them our friends, but when it's time to stand up, and it doesn't even have to be smack them.
Right.
It's just anything. We use
Little
that
rent
word, so
money, little anything you be doing bad on backed up on the bill, people won't even come through for you.
and we use that word
Yeah.
loosely, but when you really need them, that's when it determines, hey, who's my friend? And like he said, I watched one of the YouTube videos. It was like, my friend was going through something. And it was like, yo, I really need you. And he was like, hey, I got you. It was like, and he was friends. How did that go? Both of y'all were friends with the same people, but this one, really needed you. And he was like, hey, I don't want to split ends, but he needs me, and I'm gonna be here. How many of y'all can actually say that? Pay the Bell says if you have one friend, you are blessed. We don't have that, and I get the rap industry. Well, yeah, in the
I got a
rap
few
industry,
friends.
It's a little different than the normal life, because everybody's beefing or the media throws it out there that we're
I'm
beefing,
too old for
and
that.
before you know it, you find yourself like, I really wasn't, but
Just was there.
yeah, it was just there.
Just a situation. That split second situations where it could cost your life sometimes.
Oh yeah, yeah.
At the end of the day, you know, I'm one of them people that's gonna stand on whatever I do.
So where do you see yourself next 5, 10, 15 years? What?
Put me on the single.
I think I should be pretty off well, you know, in the entertainment game, and just in business period, whether it just be music or something different other than music. But I think I should be good because I know how to hustle. I mean, that's one of my gifts. I know how to get around, get with the who's who, you know, shake hands. And,
So
you know,
did you hear what Sony said though?
what's that?
She said she's aspiring to be on one of your records.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, I don't know if that went by you or what, but yeah, this, so
I was, because
You
you
got
know,
them vocals in, you know.
yeah, well, you know, Beyonce. I
No,
know you're not talking,
oh,
but
you saw
me and
that?
him, we'll talk off the air because you know you be putting a sister down.
Yeah.
You know, I can sing, and that will be a smackdown.
don't do it. I'm trying to help you, brother.
Don't do it.
I'm trying to help you.
You trying to make a next record? Don't do it. Don't do it. But yeah, that's nice. You know, I appreciate you coming out here. You know, sharing. But here, what's your next move going on here?
My next move, just really pushing the singles and start moving around some more with the single, performing and letting people know that I'm rapping now. Because a lot of people don't even know me for rapping, so they just know me for
Management.
being around in the circle.
Right.
You know what I mean? So now it's just.
Well, it must be working.
Process.
Because people just started calling. I mean, people just started lighting up our
I didn't even want to
phone.
answer the phone. I'm sitting up here like, I feel like his personal secretary. You know, like, hey. But, you know, I love to see the love and support that comes through, you know, and that says a lot when, you know, you have people that call in, you know, to say, hey, I'm so proud of you. I love what you're doing. Yo, when's your next, you know, when you doing this? You know, and that's like, it's a good feeling to hear that, you know. It's like, okay, you know, I'm not really under the radar. People know me.
And you said you're still signing people, so.
Yeah, I'm still signing. I got one of the biggest producers in the city. He did 3 hit singles from Meek Mill, 1942 Flows, Issues, Save Me, and he did a song for Rick Ross too, called Florida Boys. That's off his next album. So I'm pretty much established right there, but not established. So just gotta work them angles some more, and then build myself up too as an artist. You know.
And the reason I asked you that was because even though we know that there's a certain person whom I will not name who's have no lyrical skills whatsoever, I, on the other hand, you know, if you're looking for someone, I'm just saying, I'm you know, I'm not trying to. But I can give you my number.
Time, right? People are always trying to throw you their number, slip you their, you know, I can make music.
Do you get a lot of that? Everybody pushing up on you with a single or trying to get your attention?
God, you should see my Instagram, my DM. Everybody, listen to my song. This is that. I'm the person. Get me with Meek Mill. Get me with this person.
And can't even sing backup for Sesame Street.
I'll be like, it ain't there, bro.
So who out there is promising now somebody that's really not known but up and coming?
That we should be looking out for.
We should be looking out for, right?
Yeah.
I mean, there's a lot of little kids out there, but for y'all, I would say like
it's a lot.
It ain't even there, like for real, for real. There's a lot of artists, but it's nothing that I would put my hands on. But I'm not gonna put my hands on it.
It's not worth it.
Way.
Right.
No, I ain't gonna say it ain't worth it. But you got Bree Stevens. She cool. She from Philly. She big time.
Yeah.
She working.
She was on
So
that.
I think that's like more y'all demographic. Y'all could work it out with her turn. Some kid called Project 215. I think that's more.
Yeah.
Y'all.
Bree was just on television. Last year. It was some sort of a. God, I can't remember the exact thing, but they had artists from all over come on, and they broke it down, the demographics of the songs, and she was one of the winners. It was like, wow, I reached out to her, but she was going on tour. So I was like, okay, I like her. I like her. Yeah.
I like her too. I had to get more into her. At first, I just used to see her around, and you know, when you see people around, you don't really pay attention to their craft and their their creativity
Right.
as much because you're around them and you constantly seeing them. So it seems like you know them. But once I dug in and listened to our music and really checked it out, I really like it, man.
So
Like even more.
what does it take for you to see or hear somebody and say, you know what? Because you know, like we said, who if you like if I
like
if I
the
don't put my
authentic-
hands on
like,
it,
you gotta be authentic. Like you can't be like a copycat. Like I hate copycats.
right?
So I like the people be original, you know, and just have their own unique style and stuff like that. So that's what catches me.
It seemed to me there's a whole bunch of lack of authenticity.
Yes.
Yeah, everyone's
Everybody
doing
sounded
some
alike, yeah.
other
That's what I'm
stuff,
saying.
you know, and it's hard to just oh my God, I can't get the word out. Yeah, but to separate, you know, the good from because everyone's they're all trying to get their foot in the door, and it's like, okay, if I remix to somebody else's old stuff and try to make it new,
But that's what Bree did. That's how she got a hit though. Bree Stevens, she remixed the old song.
Right.
And it took off. So it works. Would you put your bait? She mixed it with her own style on it too.
Right.
Like, so
Because so it was still authentic because it was something
her
genuine.
lyrics is authentic.
Right.
Like the beat, that just like you just redid the beat. But as long as you don't take them lyrics out, I think you'd be cool.
Right. So, what do you think about the overall state of music now? And
Overall state.
yeah, what do you think about where it's headed?
I think it's headed. If like in the digital world, I think it can crash. I think the digital stuff could be an upset in a minute. But I think if we go back to something that more accessible and tangible that we can feel and touch to listen to our music other than digital, I don't think it's gonna like be around as much because everything that's digitally always trying to happen. I mean, so I think it might be worse off. But it's good right now. It's cool. It's at a standstill. But I think in another 5, 10, 15 years maybe, I think the decline of streams might go down. Or it might go up if everything just be digitally. And then we really going to be lost because there's nobody really going to be really exercising their real brain.
Right.
Let me ask you this question: like, what is your
What it do?
what is your relationship with Meek Mills right now? Where does that stand?
Man, Meek is 1,000% good.
Good.
Yes, sir.
Now here we go. You got the CEO of Do for Self. Where did you get that name from?
CEO Do for Self.
Yeah,
CEO
the Do for Self.
Do for Self. Where I get the name from? I got it from the Nation of Islam back in the day, dealing with my grandfather and them. They was in the Nation, took number 12, Philadelphia. They was captains and lieutenants.
Brother Minister Rodney Muhammad.
Yeah, they was captain and lieutenant in the Nation back in the day. And they motto was Do for Self. Keep the black down in the black community, uplift your people, you know, send your kids to school to be black doctors, black lawyers, and things like that. So that's where I got it from. And just applied it to entertainment because I want to venture off and sign athletes and, you know, hire a lawyer, a black lawyer, you know, hire a black doctor.
Right.
You know, so at the end of the day, that's who I think I could trust, you know, my soul and my business and things like that. Keep it in the family or with our people. So that's why I started and got the name Do for Self from.
Right.
Yeah, I'm watching because it's not like it's new. It's old. How right now the new thing is Gucci with the black
black face.
And everybody with the black excellence stuff, they still in my thing. Puffy and them, they keep saying black excellence, Jay-Z and them. I've been preaching black business for 10 years, since 2012. About 7 years I've been saying Do for Self.
Right.
But nobody really know what Do for Self is because my brand ain't big
as the other ones.
As a Bad Boy or Rock Nation or anybody else, but I've been preaching Do for Self, keep the black dollar, black excellence for 7 years straight.
Right.
People just ain't know what it was because they're a little ignorant to their history.
Right.
You know what I'm
Which
saying?
is sad.
So that's where the role of our art, our culture, or media come in to fill the blanks, that space where education come in. So how do you propose to use your music to fill in that knowledge gap?
Just by staying enlightening and informing the people. I do it on social media sometimes, but not as often. You know, to keep the knowledge out there and stuff like that, because you find yourself going up against a giant wall
Right.
of people that's ignorant. You know, because you the little old guy keep saying do this, do that. You know, they look at you like you know everything, and they hate you after a while. Just like every prophet and messenger that ever came.
Yeah.
You know, try to give people some knowledge, and they
All of a sudden they want to stone you. Yeah.
Yeah. You know
They love you long as you speaking nothing.
Yeah, as long as you
Yeah.
speaking nothing.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? But when you start telling them to do this and that, or trying to put them on game,
Stone
they
them.
hate you.
Stone them.
Yeah.
And it's ironic that because do for self is the message of the Honorable Elijah Muhammad, and you know we have really nothing as far as in the entertainment. Now that's one area we dominate. We dominate sports. We dominate entertainment. We dominate, but we don't own any franchises. We don't own any.
Scene, we don't own nothing. So it's not do for self. You a worker.
Mm-hmm. Right. Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? You're not a boss. Like you know what I'm saying? You part of the system. You part of capitalism. You part of
Right.
you know
So now,
the giant that brought us down.
now, what can we do? You as an insider, because now you're on the inside. You're making music. You're signing artists.
Right.
What would your advice be to help change that paradigm? Like, get us.
I advise people to start their own company.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's easy, just like everybody else.
Mm-hmm.
You could be Def Jam. You could be this person because of the digital marketing now.
Mm-hmm.
You could have the same opportunity, but you're not going to own catalog like them. But you got a chance to build your thing up. You know, promote self-promotion, and you know, even if you got some money, put it out there, put it behind your brand. You know, try to hope it come back. You know, but if the people support, then we got something good, they will support. Cause I started with nothing, a box of T-shirts, and I got artists signed to me now, and I done made money. You know.
How do you keep that flow going? You know, because when like I said, you know, with Gucci coming up, you Prada, of course, Dove, pretty much everyone has disrespected us to the point where they were showing Holyfield. Is it Holyfield? Holyfield, and how he was buying the Gucci, and he said, "Hey, I spend my money."
That was.
I mean, I'm sorry.
That was Mayweather,
Mayweather.
yeah.
I'm sorry. And he said, "I'll spend my money. You know, it's my money." And he's correct. It is his money. Spend your money any kind of way. But here's the thing: do for self. Like, what about these artists that are coming up? That
They never spend $100,000 on a black label, on a black clothing line, because it ain't known. So nobody, he ain't gonna make it. Even though he could invest in a brand like that and make it bigger.
Right.
Instead of going to spend his money at Gucci or Louis or whatever. Like, I'm not the talk. I got Gucci hat on now. You know what I'm saying? But
That's a Gucci hat?
Yeah, it's old though.
Okay.
2-3 years old.
Oh, okay.
But it ain't nothing new.
Right.
I ain't going. I was at the mall yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
I went in Louis. I ain't getting nothing. I went and got something to eat.
Right.
But at the end of the day, I don't even like Gucci. Since they start revamping it and stuff like that, I haven't had Gucci in years.
Okay.
Because it ain't really in style no more. I was wearing that shit 7-8 years ago. Nobody wasn't even wearing Gucci no more. You know what I'm saying? I'm down Rick Ross. I was playing basketball in Gucci, sneakers and a sweater. These guys wasn't even wearing. They was wearing it, but not like it wasn't culture style. Like it's just like, oh, you knew about Gucci and you still was hip from back in the day. You could, you know what I'm saying? Because they didn't even sell Gucci in Philadelphia at one time. You had to go to Atlantic City. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So,
You know, I want to ask you. You got artists because the phone lit up. You know, oh, I like it. What do you say to these artists that are like struggling? That you know, you said you have people that are hitting you up and you know in your DM and hook me up. What do you say to those that think they have talent but don't know how to express it? You know, little because you know, like I was on the floor doing.
I ran into a guy today at the supermarket. I was in there getting some things. Yo, I got a mixtape coming out. I don't mean to bother you. You know what I'm saying? So he really didn't know how to come off.
Right.
I was just like, no, it's cool, bro. Just DM me, you know. Some people don't know how to come off and express that they are artists and that they have talent. So it'd be harder for some people, and they might be the dopest people ever,
Right.
but they just gotta get more vocal, and nobody ain't gonna know what you do if you don't let them know.
Mm-hmm.
So you gotta talk more.
Have you ever met anybody like that? You never knew, but they knew you, and they approached you in a public place and dropped you something, sent you something, and that you liked what they did and actually signed them.
I mean, I did that basically with Lil Nizzy. That was my artist. He had got shot or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
I never knew Nizzy from a can of paint.
Mm-hmm.
I never knew him. I knew his father, but I didn't know that was his son because the father had multiple kids or whatever like that. So I didn't know that this kid was his son that was in my DM.
Right.
I mean, cause I seen him one time. He was smoking a beanie, like a Jamaican cigarette. He looked like a low ass boy. So I'm like, the fuck, I mean, he like, no, I'm 18. So I pulled up my car. He DM me, yo, I rap this and that. Check him out. He was dope. I go to LA probably like a week or two later. Meek showed me his joint. Yo, sign this kid, bro. He nice. He from South Philly. So I go, back to the hood and sign him. So I met Nizzy like off of that. I didn't know him, none of that. So and gave him that opportunity. And Dougie, producer, didn't know him. I did meet in the public place though with Dougie.
Right.
This was DM, but Nizzy I met on the street in the public.
Mm-hmm. Okay, and any other questions? Uh-oh, she's looking. She got some. She got some input. People.
I'm trying to read the stuff that people send me.
Hey, look, I don't. Y'all can't see this, but she was actually looking at her messages, trying to get the questions or what people are sending, and the lens fell out of glasses. I ain't mean to snitch on her, but that was just too funny to keep to myself. What we got here?
Little Nizzy strong.
Yeah, little Nizzy. Apparently he got shot. Yeah. So okay, now that word is that he got shot, how is that going to stop his career, or will it stop his career?
No, it won't stop it. It won't stop it. It just he got to go through a lot of recovery and stuff like that, so he could just be able to take care of himself by himself. Like a lot of paraplegians is more independent nowadays. They take care of themselves, And
He's paraplegic now after he was shot. Wow.
What I ask you is that, I'm not in the industry at all, but you hear it all the time about the beef, and how do you overcome when you hear, and I'm not saying it was you, but you might hear, Tiffy got a beef with the wall, and you sitting up here like, I didn't know that, and before you know it, they're trying to throw something out there. How do you
create this stuff? It'd be the girls.
How do you get that diffused before it actually escalate and people
You
actually
just gotta
think you
know
have
where
that?
you stand at in life.
Have you ever had that type of beef where you never had a beef, but somebody put you in that situation?
I mean, that's the story of my life. That's the story of my life. You just gotta know how to separate yourself from the crowd, because when you're running with the crowd, it's easy to be the fall guy or the victim. Because it's you know what I'm saying?
Right.
You're an easy target because you're in the crowd. So don't run with the crowd.
Yeah.
How much of that is really just fueled by the desire for notoriety? Because controversy sells.
I think it do sell, but at the end of the day, I don't think that people do it for notoriety. Not no real street beef.
Okay.
Maybe some rap beef.
Right.
Yeah, but not no serious stuff. People, if they do, they fools.
Right.
So
So if you had to advise, let's say the younger people coming up and they're looking at you, they're listening to this and they say, man, I want to get where he at.
right.
But right now all I got is a dream. What could they do? What practical steps could they take to turn that dream into a potential reality?
First, get a job so you can afford the studio time.
There's no joke.
A lot of people skip that stage.
Yes.
Right.
Get a job, have some type of income, investment or investor, somebody that's gonna pay for your studio time, your marketing, your PR, your cover art, your photo shoots, your video shoots, your clothing, your travel, sometimes even food.
Mm-hmm.
So,
How is it to get a record to like be uh, your own boss, as they?
excuse me?
Well, I don't know the terminology. You know, rather than signing with somebody,
Right.
you have your own
Independent label.
independent.
Independent.
Yeah. How
How
easy
hard?
or hard is it to be independent?
It's hard because if you don't have the financial backing that you're supposed to have, then your record ain't gonna go from here across the street unless it's a hit song and it's a superstar and the DJ's gonna play it. You can have a hit song and stuff like that. DJ still won't play it because they so cocky and naive, and they think that they break artists themselves when the music is hot.
Mm-hmm.
It's not you. It's you playing the song, but the people like the song. They don't like. They like listening to your station, but they don't like you as a person. Some like DJs get caught up sometimes. You
Yeah.
know, with these artists and holding people back sometimes because you can have an artist with a hot song, but then you got somebody that could just rap real good, but they can't make a song.
Mm-hmm.
They pump the person that can rap real good, than the person that can make the song real good. That's what's been going on in Philly for like the last 15 years.
Yeah.
I hear when it comes to all forms, all genre of performing, that Philly is like, because I know there's a lot of people, they start here, you know, people from here that start here, and they'll go someplace else, and then they pop off, and then they'll
Because
come back.
the DJs and the promoters and things like that don't have a personal issue with you because you're from their city.
Mm-hmm.
Most people that's from a different city gonna have problems with their radio promoters, their radio DJ, club DJs. And, you know, it's because they know them. They might been working so hard and they didn't give them a shot, so they probably cursed them out before or something like that, got mad. So now they really personalize it and hold the person back. So if you go out of town, you might get more love because it ain't no issues, there ain't no strings attached, and they know your music is dope. And they like who you is because they've been watching the whole time, for real, you know?
Right. Have you ever had a problem with any? You don't have to name names, but you could if you want. Any DJs just like holding you back?
No, I wouldn't say that. All the DJs show my artists love in the city, but not as much as I think, you know, because they be having they program directors and things like that running the scene who don't even know who people be. Like, you know what I mean? They might think somebody is somebody because they, as long as they've been a director, they've been cool with their manager or somebody like that, they probably know him. So they think this is the guy or the artist when it be a guy working 10 times harder than this guy, you know, that you think is somebody just because you know his manager. And you think because you know the manager, you're going to go to the club such and such with him, y'all going to pop some bottles, y'all going to go to dinner, and it just be a whole, you know what I mean?
Right. Okay. And as far as where you develop your artists, when your artists come to you, and I'm sure you get some that
You got to be able to lock in for 3 to 6 months.
3 to 6.
Mm-hmm.
Mid to 3 to 6.
Even a year.
And so you already said that what really attracts your eyes to an artist is authenticity.
Yeah.
What else do they need? You know, they got an authentic voice. What else will they need to really make it with you? You know, to really get you to get behind them. Yeah.
Just being straight up and down, being special, and just they gotta like it. It gotta be good on the air. You know, but I got an ear for the music also, so you can't just
Throw you anything.
throw me anything. So I know it's the quality of sounds and mixings and masters of a song supposed to sound like.
Right.
So if you don't have all that, don't even come my way because I'm trying to be there when I sign an artist. You gotta know those what the protocol is already.
Right.
Like now, I done did that already. Help build artists up from the ground level, ground level.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But now it's like I can't afford to keep going backwards. You feel what I'm saying?
Right.
So I need somebody with some type of level up in him. You know, try to have some money. He could take his own flight.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? He might even have a family. He do the family thing. You know, he's just a man about his thing. You know, so that's what I need. Like Philadelphia young men be like really young men. They don't act like future adults.
Right.
They act like kids. They regress. They don't progress. So I don't need no kids 18 and under that still acting like he's 5. I need a grown man or a kid or somebody or a teenager or a female that's responsible and respectful and that's willing to work and that's willing to put they all in to the game. You know.
Wow.
Yeah,
You heard it right here, Philly Hot Radio.
It's like signing an athlete. It's like signing an NBA player. Like the odds are stacked that high, you know. And you can make hundreds of millions in this game.
Right.
Yeah,
Or you can make $5.
You just got to be ready.
Gotta be ready. That's the thing.
So at the end of the day, I want a franchise player. I want a pro. I need a stud.
Right.
You know.
Okay.
No jump.
That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah. Well, so I'm going to definitely give you a call. You know, and I'm going. Why you turn your head like that, Sony? You see Sony's face?
He wants someone who's authentic. He doesn't.
I got
want
an authentic voice.
He does not want anybody.
I got an authentic voice.
Playing games. You can get a Monopoly game, a side game. You can go over in the corner and play.
Yeah.
He's
No,
about
I mean, I'm
making
the real.
money.
Look, I've been
And dedicate 3 to 6 months.
hard work.
Yeah.
I got 3 jobs. Hard work is nothing
Well,
to
you
me.
can't get in there because you need to be able to dedicate.
Yeah,
your
but
time.
I'm saying I leave one of them jobs in a
you
second and
can't leave
focus
one.
on my craft.
No. Your craft is
I think
not
you
to
hating
embarrass
right
man.
Now, anybody want to call in?
Yeah.
To wrap this thing up in a minute. You know, call in now. I want to holler at your boy.
Get that number out.
Yeah.
484-477-6348.
How come he remembered you couldn't?
He got the number right there.
He didn't even look at it.
You ain't see him looking at the screen. She trying. Well, look, I appreciate you stopping in. If we got any callers out there, this is your chance. This is your chance to call in. Sony.
Yeah, so before we go, of course, want to know what else you got going on, any events, any tours,
Yeah, I got a show out in LA coming up next week. I'll be out there performing with Miguel and
Oh, sure.
ASAP Ferg.
Okay. So you told Miguel, I said, how you doing, sexy?
I got you.
Yeah, so when is that? What day is that?
February 22nd to like 23rd, 24th is a festival.
Okay, all right. All right. Okay. Anything doing home, Philly?
I got March 30th. I got the Make Philadelphia Great Again, One Night of Peace, South versus North, Southwest versus West, Miami Grand. We trying to unite the city, bring the brothers and sisters together.
Yeah, we need that.
So we could be under one roof and have fun. You know.
Yeah, we need that.
Okay, so you heard it.
Yeah, you heard it.
It's the 5th year too. We've been doing it. No violence, never a fight, nothing, nothing.
And that's a hell of a feat. 5 years, no
5
problems.
years, no violence, no problems. You know, one night of peace. You know, in the city we call out. You know, everybody from all over keep their hoods in check, keep their young boys in check. No violence. Pick them guns up, get some money.
Yes.
Okay.
That's what we doing.
Well, Mr. Banks, we appreciate you coming out here.
Appreciate y'all too.
And of course, as I'm always going to say, our door is always open. I really would appreciate that you come back. This way we have more time to just talk about you, your company, your label. I like that chain. He over there blinging. I'm like, yo, like you could have bought me
Well,
some
he
jelly
said
beans or
he
some
bought
Cheerios and
he
put
bought
it-
one for us too.
He did.
Right? we gotta do for self.
Let the enemy do 10 million. I bring y'all a gift.
Oh, that mean we ain't getting no.
Yeah,
we ain't getting.
yeah.
He done set the
Well,
bar.
in our dreams,
million.
He done
Yeah,
set the
in
bar
our
too
dreams,
high.
we can get-
30,000.
30,000. We getting closer, but
10,000.
10,000.
10,000.
We need
Yeah.
10,000 listeners
Who's we?
and or viewers. I
Oh.
thought we was in this thing
No,
together.
you went by yourself.
No,
Look,
I'm-
I'm gonna get me some Cheerios.
I'm trying to
put
get
some
my.
dental floss through there,
You
make
got
my
my
own
call.
bling. But I really appreciate you coming. And no, wait, and
You had the phone messed up?
did I? Oh my gosh!
If you want to call, this is your chance. Call in. The phone is on.
no, it's not.
The phone is not on.
No.
Well, we have the worst
it's
technology
fine.
in America,
We
so
sure
I
did.
am
I'm
not
gonna
surprised.
call you. Oh God, I'm so sorry. I really am.
All this time, you see.
I called 10 times.
Oh my gosh,
You
that's
messed
not
up the
good.
radio,
I
huh?
sure did.
Look, now I can't get my do
Oh
for
my
self chain.
gosh. That's not good.
Be safe, man. We're getting up out of here.
All right.
I'll be back next time.
Yeah.
Thanks for the
All right. right, we apologize for all of you
I'm
who
so
couldn't
sorry.
call in. As you heard, Sony
jacked up
acknowledging
something.
guilt.
Yeah, I did.
Not me, Sony. So
Stuff.
no, I'm gonna ride with it though. I'm gonna ride with it. I'll share some of the blame. I'm just
You heard me?
Yes.
500 views.
500. I could have been pushing for 1,000 if I had the phone on me, touching stuff. But I appreciate you coming out here. I really do. And I really would like for you to. Actually, you know what? I would love if you can come back in May. Yeah, it's going to be rough. But
it's a May this year.
yeah, but I really appreciate you coming out here, and you really do have to come back. You do. I appreciate that. So before you leave, is there anything you want to share?
Just follow me on the gram, CEO_do-for-self_ENT, and on YouTube at Do For Self Entertainment. That's it. Spotify, TV Bay, Smacking Rappers out now.
Smacking rappers. I like that.
I don't know what to say about the smacking rappers thing.
I know. I actually thought like he literally was going around smacking like, but I understand what it is. But yeah, I appreciate you coming out here, and I thank you. I thank you so much. So stay tuned. We get ready to put some music on for y'all, and hoping y'all enjoying this.